Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is made possible by Assured Partners, Greg Young of Marshalltown, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, The Gregors Furniture and Mattress, Sports Plus, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, Marshalltown School District, Scooters of Marshalltown, State Farm, mtownproud.com.
Safety! Dropped in the end zone. It's the house. Feldman, that one will get in. That's a good point right there. A shot coming here. That's a goal. Lifted to left center field. Gets off the warning track into the wall. Transition three. Boom! Knocks that one down. And it's a goal. What a beautiful play. Dutton, look what I found over the first. It's a 3-on-1 all the way. Yes! There he goes.
Your home for the Bobcats, KFJB-TV. Welcome to the countdown to tip-off.
Welcome to Ames. Brandon Lewis with you, our on-site producer, Zach Tomish, Lakin Eastman, Keith Stewart on camera work here tonight on KFJB-TV. Girls game going on right now, 28-19. Bobcats were actually trailing big after the opening quarter, but tightened the gap a little bit heading into halftime. And then here in the second half, still within that 9-point deficit, but trying to hang around in the fourth quarter to make some noise here tonight on the road. Looking for revenge against this Ames little Cyclone team, which they lost to earlier this year. See if the Bobcats can make that comeback late in this one with just 2:19 to go in the third quarter. Boys game is coming up right around the corner. We'll get you ready and set to go. The countdown to tip off for that. We'll also have our Cat Connection and our pregame chat with head coach Mike Apple. That'll be on the way coming up in a little bit after the completion. But welcome into our bonus coverage of the girls game here tonight. Marshalltown has it in the front court with Kinsley Bowie. Bowie down low. This is the shot, gets the rebound, and as she outlets it to Georgia Jansen on the right wing, she's fouled. Foul's going to be on Carson Pankinen. That'll be her first of the night to go along with her 14 points for Ames. Inbound will go to Millie Heitman. She'll give off to Jansen, goes down to the right block, kicks it out into the bench. A throwaway right there looking for Ellie Hughes. Ames will bring it to the front court, over to Pankinen, and now to the right wing, and around the perimeter they go. Back out, up high to Hatcher. Hatcher over to left wing to Pankinen, back to Hatcher. Now she'll drive. Heitman gets in the way, a hand in the way of that one. Jansen comes up with the basketball for the Bobcats. Up to Bowie at midcourt, flips it underhand to Jansen. They're in the front court, but pressure way up high. And now Ames will steal it away as Jada Britton comes up with the basketball. And Britton takes it all the way. Morgan Hildebrand on the counter. Shot is strong inside. Hughes goes for the rebound, can't come away with it. Pankinen in the front court. And she'll drive in. Now she gets the feed out on the left wing, but the shot's off the back of the iron and over the backboard, out of bounds, back to the Bobcats with 33 seconds to go, and the clock kept running. And officials will take a timeout to get that adjusted right here before the end of the third quarter. A little bit of time will be put back on with the Bobcats trailing 32-19. Heitman to inbound, and she's looking for Amira Johnson, and it's poked out of bounds by Victoria Williams. Cats standing at a record of 6-11 on the season. Little Cyclones are at 9-9. Heitman once again on the inbound, gets to Bowie. Bowie picks up her dribble over to Amira Johnson, back from injury, playing in her second game back. Johnson way out high, dribbling with Williams guarding on her. Feeds to Heitman, drop it in. Ooh, two covered up. Frankie Long on the inlet pass, and now a jump ball. Possession arrow is with the Cats. It'll stay with Marshalltown. Offensive rebound for the Cats. Now they'll go back to Long. She gets tied up, fouled on her way up with 3.8 seconds to go in the third quarter. A couple of big buckets right here before the end of the third. Frankie Long at the line for the two. The first will come up short off the front of the iron. Second free throw off the left side of the iron. Bobcats get beat out for the rebound. Half-court shot. That will come up short, and we will head to the fourth quarter. You're watching bonus coverage of the girls' game. It's Ames 32, Marshalltown 19 on KFJB-TV.
Good. Good sportsmanship is also showing high character and accountability, doing what is right and setting a good example not only on the court but in the classroom as well.
Back at Harrison Barnes Gym and Courts. Brandon Lewis with you. We're at Ames High School on a Super Tuesday. The Highway 30 rivalry tonight. Marshalltown right now trailing Ames 32-19 as we are heading to the fourth and final quarter in the girls' game. Bobcats all on the road this week. Taking on Ames on the road tonight, and then at Ottumwa Friday night. Bobcats 1-4 in their last 5. Ames 2-3 in their last 5 games. And of course, Ames leading the all-time series 27-1 since 2006. Bobcats last beat Ames in the 2021-2022 season. So see if the Bobcats can make a comeback here in the fourth quarter after they lost 59-19 earlier this season, back on January 10th. Inbound to Frankie Long. Kinsley Bowie brings it up. Gets in a tie-up. Possession arrow is with the Bobcats, but it won't matter as Ames takes it away. Now the Bobcats try to take it away again, but it will be... should be back to Marshalltown as Frankie Long let that one go out, and it is. Step through, Bowie throws it away. She was looking for Hildebrand, but the senior in Who's says no, getting that ball back. Up to Frankie Long, hands off Bowie down the right side of the paint. And last touch by Ames. Heitman on the baseline right side will inbound. Hildebrand catch and shoot three. Can't get the Bobcats back into this one with that shot. Deerdorf hauling in that rebound. Bowie going for this steal, but couldn't come up with the basketball. Pankinen will hold on to it for Ames. Now a drive, a little Euro step off kilter, and missed shot. Frankie Long with the rebound. And Millie Heitman off the rebound, double teamed and fouled. I believe Williams is going to come up with the foul. That'll be her second of the night. Bobcat leading scores as of right now. Morgan Hildebrand with 5. 3 for Hughes as well as Frankie Long. Hildebrand on the inbound has it knocked away. Bounce past it into Georgia Jansen, back to Hildebrand, up to Heitman. Out of Frankie Long, down on the left block. She's quickly double teamed. Ames trying to take her away tonight. Hildebrand up top, and before the pass goes to Ellie Hughes, a timeout on the floor. 6:24 to go in the girls' game. Fourth quarter, 32-19. Ames with the lead.
I've always enjoyed the game of basketball, and this is a great way for me to still be involved and just give back to the surrounding communities that have given so much to me. We want our youth to be able to play these sports for many years to come, and we have to have officials to be able to play the games.
Black shirts too, had them on the arm, underneath. Even if they may not appreciate every call you make, they do appreciate you being out there and making that sacrifice to help them be able to play the game.
Brian Murphy just called a timeout for the Marshalltown Bobcats. 32-19. That was our score heading into this fourth and final quarter. Bobcats struggling on the offensive end here tonight, but had a few bright moments on the defensive end. Morgan Hildebrand just had a 3. She had a good look on the inbound play, but wasn't able to knock it down. Frankie Long's been double teamed almost every time they get it into the paint to her, so been a tough night for her to operate down low. So Brian Murphy called that timeout, knowing the Bobcats need a bucket here. As time is ticking down. Georgia Jansen catch and shoot out of the inbound play, but it is off the mark and out of bounds. Last touch by the Cats. Three's off the mark. Oh, good rejection by Frankie Long. Now pass up to Long, but she was not looking. Hildebrand felt the pressure, rushed the pass. And that was a great defensive set. Frankie Long with a nice rejection, but Cats can't pay off the dirty work on the defensive end, and now a reach-in foul is going to be called on Georgia Jansen. That will be her third. Sarah Johnson getting off the bench, ready to check back into the game as she'll replace Morgan Hildebrand. It's one thing the Bobcat ladies have missed all season is Johnson and her ability to control the basketball, operate the floor. And I know they're working her back from that torn Achilles. Frankie Long with a great defensive rebound, and she gets tied up down low. Boy, that's Anissa Percival getting tied up with a little bit of extra there at the end of that one. Percival will pick up her second as she has 8 points for Ames. But Mary Johnson back in the lineup, getting some work. Played on Friday night and playing here tonight. Hit a 3 in that one, and like Kinsley Bowie, just back from her injury as well, trying to continue to work on that shot and shake off the rust. Bobcats with a turnover in the backcourt. Mara Johnson saved that one from going out of bounds, but went right back to Ames. Pankinen, dry baseline, reverse, rejected. Frankie Long again with another block. Now 3 from the far side corner. An air ball and a laser. Williams, though, picks it up, left block, and the reverse layup is good underneath the hoop. Inslee Bowie getting off the bench after that last bucket, and now Williams with a pick. And the pressure just excruciating right now for the Bobcat passes. And another one. Wow. Things getting out of hand. Bobcats not controlling the pressure, throwing it away. And Ames extending their lead just like that. 38-19, 4:39 to go at Harrison Barnes Gym at Ames High School on KFJB-TV. Coach Brian Murphy calling a timeout after, I believe that was 3 consecutive turnovers by the Bobcat ladies in the backcourt. Williams as well as Deerdorf getting in the mix. Or not Deerdorf, it was Nissa Percival on that last one, but the pressure, the length, bothering the Cats. Maybe they'll take a deep breath here before we start this possession with just 4:39 to go in the basketball game. Cats trailing 38-19. 6-0 run off of those turnovers. Tough inbound play. Heitman does come away with it. Back to Amara Johnson up the near side. They'll break the press into the front court. Here's Heitman down to the left block. Out of control, throws it back, and she steps out of bounds at the baseline. Turnover on the Cats. Well, the Highway 30 rivalry always seems to draw a big crowd, and getting one of those here tonight. Plus a 9th-ranked boys basketball team doesn't hurt matters. And a charge. Percival driving down to the right block, putting his shoulder down a little bit. Percival's 3rd of the night. Jansen gets the inbound back to Heitman, who inbounded. Up to Bowie at midcourt, down the right side. Pass Percival and draws the foul. Inslee Bowie at the line, 2 points tonight, or excuse me, 0 points tonight. She has 2 fouls. And she'll get her first point of the night with 4 minutes to go in the game. 38-20. Second free throw up, and this one missed, but Long with the rebound, and she gets tied up down low, but a foul and a reach in. And that is the 15th foul, so that will send Frankie Long to the line for 2. Free throw hits the front of the iron, drops in, and Frankie Long with 4 points. So Frankie missed both of her free throws last time and nails both this time, 38-22. Good play by Percival, but Bobcats had a hand in there. Shot was off the mark, last touch by the red and blue, so it'll remain with Ames, baseline right side. Jansen tips away a pass. Ames still keeps it. Floater on the runner is no good by Britton. Lost out of bounds on the near side. It will be back right to Ames. Pankinen, top of the key. With the right wing, they'll drop it into Percival. Works down to the right block. Ames throws it away as Jansen had it, and then it was tipped away. It will go out of bounds at the baseline. And it will be Marshalltown basketball. Bowie will inbound to Frankie Long in the right block. She'll work to the left block, past the defender, and puts it in. That's a good move right there by Frankie Long, the sophomore who has 7 points on the night. Just continuing to work on some of those interior moves. Wow, I don't know how she got that past Frankie Long, but Pankinen scores it for 2, and she has 16. Up to Jansen, and she is bumped. Hits the deck as Percival makes contact. That's foul number 5, and Percival is out of the game. And Natalia Deerdorf will check in for Percival after the first free throw. Now the officials will get together and realize that's number 5 on the night. And Percival will check out of the game with 8. So Natalia Deerdorf replaces her, and Jansen's at the line for 2. And the first one is good. Second one will go, and it will stay a 15-point game after Jansen made the first. Approaching 2.5 minutes to go in Ames in the girls' game. And the 3 by Pankinen is good from the near side corner. Got the student section going right there. Bobcats struggling in the backcourt. Bowie, pressure behind, they tip it away. Pankinen got a piece of that one to push it out on the near side. Officials will mark it right there at midcourt on the throw in for Bowie. Hildebrand dribbles to the left wing. Now down the left block, she gets stopped. Extra pass to Heitman, 3, in and out. Ames with the rebound. Here comes Pankinen, she'll slow it down. Dishes off behind her to Deerdorf. She'll drive in, has it tipped away. Heitman comes away with the basketball. Hildebrand's got a seam, and she'll realize that and go up court into the front court quickly, but gets herself trapped. Over to Kinsley Bowie. As Hildebrand got it away. Now Jansen, floater, no good, comes up short. Fast break all the way. It rolls off the right side for Hatcher, no good. Air ball 3 for Britton, but Williams with the rebound. Bobcat passes. They've tried some dangerous ones here tonight, and they've been picked off. It's been the name of the game, the turnover game.
1 minute.
Down to final 60 to go in Ames. Jansen knocks away that basketball out of bounds. Ames will inbound on the near side as Nia Lott Ellie Hughes will get off the bench to check back in to the contest. Heitman and Bowie check out for the final 57. .43-25 our score right now. And Bobcats have tried to make the second go around against their conference foes much more of a contest, and definitely have hung in there a lot more than the first meeting against Ames. Including last week getting a win over Fort Dodge after they lost by 19 the first time around to Fort Dodge. Hildebrand, I don't think saw that pass right away from Georgia Jansen. It will be an over and back and a turnover on the Cats with 19 seconds. Pankinen as well as Britton check out of the contest. Cassidy Woolner has checked in for Ames. Meredith Franzen also checking in for Ames as the final seconds run out. 43-25 will be the final score. Marshalltown Bobcat ladies drop to 6-12. Cyclones improved to 10-9 on the season with a 43-25 victory here tonight in the Highway 30 rivalry. Both teams meeting at midcourt. As we'll talk to head coach Brian Murphy coming up at halftime of the boys game. Boys game right around the corner. The Ames Little Cyclones are 9th ranked in boys basketball. Bobcats will try to avenge an early January loss to this Ames Little Cyclone team. The countdown to tip-off continues next, right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
Legends American Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite team. Enjoy wings, nachos, steaks, and prime rib available on Friday and Saturday nights. It's game on for great food and your favorite drink to wash it down. You like burgers? Legends has fantastic, unique burger creations like this. The Legends Burger. Absolutely delicious. Gather with friends, enjoy your favorite team's games with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and make some memories. Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and our new Newton location, where the game is always on.
Marshalltown Community School District announces that preschool sign-up is going on now for children who will be 4 on or before September 15th. Sign up early as spaces do fill up. Marshalltown's preschool program ensures every child has access to high-quality early education in a welcoming and supportive environment. The preschool program is tuition-free with no fees to sign up. Contact the preschool coordinator at 641-754-1000 for more information. You'll need proof of your child's age, address, and immunization records in order to sign up.
The Cat Connection, sponsored by State Farm, mtownproud.com.
It is our Cat Connection. We're here with freshman guard for the Marshalltown Bobcat girls basketball team, Morgan Hildebrand. She's been our player of the game last week against Waterloo East as she knocked down some big shots. And your game has really been kind of coming along, and Coach mentioned how you've just been getting more comfortable. So, you know, when you look back to game one against South Tama to now, how much have you kind of seen your game grown?
I feel like I've improved a lot. During South Tama, I think I shot maybe one time, maybe not even one, and it was just like I was very nervous, and it was definitely a change compared to like middle school because we played a lot of hard teams, so it was definitely, this season has been a lot better.
Yeah. Seems like the team has really embraced you. You're out at Bobcat Live with them. How fun has it been to be with the squad and have them kind of, you know, integrate you into this team?
It's been really fun. They all try to help me out. Like, they try to make me better in practice by really guarding me and helping me with my dribbling. So it's been really fun to, like, practice and just, like, hang out with them.
Yeah. All right. How long have you been playing basketball, and how important is the game to you?
I've been playing basketball for, I think, since I was in, like, 4th or 5th grade. And it's a really fun sport. You have to practice a lot to get better, but it's pretty fun, yeah.
Yeah. How gratifying is it when you get open and you knock down that three?
It's really good. Like, I just like standing in the corner and being ready to shoot, but it's definitely good when I knock them down, especially when they really matter.
Yeah. You know, players like, Millie Heitman, Georgia Jansen, Frankie Long, they've all been playing starting their freshman year, and you're doing the same thing. So how much do you think that helps? Is there anything they kind of say, hey, this is what I experienced, but, as you grow, you're only going to get better, that kind of thing?
Yeah, they tell me that, it's okay if I make mistakes, just, I just need to, know how to do better, and they definitely know what I'm going through, when I have turnovers and that kind of stuff, but yeah.
Seems like this team overall, hitting a little bit more of a groove on the back end of the season here. A really big win and a fun win at Fort Dodge. And how do you kind of use that and propel this team forward into postseason play?
After our Fort Dodge game, we kind of we're just okay, so we know we can beat someone. We knew that they were beatable, and we went into the game and we really tried. So I'm hoping that when we play Ames, we can bring the intensity and we can kind of make them play our game, and yeah.
All right, what other activities, Morgan, are you involved in during the school year, either extracurricular or in school?
I play volleyball, so I'm in volleyball season right now, and I also play golf.
Awesome. All right. Well, how's your golf game?
It's okay. It could be better.
It always can be better. As a golfer, I know that's for sure. All right, best of luck rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, that is Morgan Hildebrand with our Cat Connection, all brought to you by Tyler Prashong, State Farm Agency, mtownproud.com.
I'm Tyler Prashong, MHS graduate in 2008.
And I'm Justice Richardson, 2020 Marshalltown graduate.
My family, along with the entire agency, are happy to play a small part in a community that cares so much about each other.
At Tyler Prashong State Farm, our goal is giving back to the community. There are many current and former Bobcats giving back through donating, volunteering, coaching, and just being a great neighbor and friend.
We'd love to talk to you about what makes you M-Town proud.
Welcome back into the countdown to tip-off. It is the Little Cyclones and the Bobcats coming up right around the corner. Now joined by head coach Mike Apple for the Marshalltown Bobcats, coming off a very nice win on your home floor on Friday night in a game where, that revenge game, that's what you're trying to do here tonight. How do you keep that momentum rolling into this big Super Tuesday matchup?
Yeah, I think just put what we've been executing in practice on the floor tonight and come out with energy, be ready to play hard. And take care of the ball and kind of do what we talked about in practice and be ready to play game ultimately.
Yeah. First time around, it was a 30-point loss for your team, but it was a game where you look back statistically, Kyle Smith had a pretty good game. You didn't turn it over a ton in that. It was just one of those things where you run into a really good team feeling it that night. Do you feel like there's some things that, if maybe they're not shooting it well, you're going to be hanging around in a game like this and maybe get that victory?
Yeah, you gotta find ways to hang around the game. You're exactly right there, and we got to do a better job of starting off the game better. The first time we played them at our place, we got down 17-3 after that first quarter, and against a team like Ames, that's going to feel like almost like a 30 or 40 point lead. It's just because they're not gonna make too many mistakes where you can make runs and get back in the game. So we got to do a much better job of starting off the game the right way, be ready, take what they give us, and ultimately get stops on defense to help propel our offense and get going.
Seemed like every dead ball there was a new guy coming in. How do you kind of match up on that on the defensive end when they bring a guy off the bench who can shoot the three and he knocked down quite a few?
Yeah, you got to know he's going to shoot at number 2. He's a really good shooter, best 3-point shooter they have on the team. So we got to be aware of that. That's things we talked about. Understand personnel, take away what they do well. The other thing that stood out in that game is they scored 40 points in the paint out of their 60. So we got to do a lot better job of eliminating some of that dribble drive where they're getting to the rim and getting easy baskets and make them take more jump shots and if we have to help and take away that drive and they make threes because they're we're helping and taking that away, that's how they're going to beat us. We can't just allow guys to just drive us to death and then get to the rim at will.
What do you tell your young sophomore guard and Drake Erzma, who faces Ames for the second time, where they're out there pressuring? I mean, this is always a very good defensive team because the offense kind of flows through him a little bit. What's your message to a younger player going in a high level game like this?
Yeah, just keep your composure, make the right reads, be the leader out there, get us into our offense, make sure that ball's moving. ultimately, if there is a breakdown, we need to make sure he gets it and makes things happen from there.
Good luck tonight.
Yep, thank you.
All right, that is head coach Mike Apple with our pregame chat here on the Countdown to Tip-Off. Coming up next, starting lineups for both teams when we come back right here on KFJB-TV.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by the Marshalltown School District. Embrace the lead. Scooters of Marshalltown. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. And State Farm. mtownproud.com.
Welcome back to Ames, where you guessed it, it's senior night tonight between the Little Cyclones and the Marshalltown Bobcats. Marshalltown Bobcats looking to keep things going after a win Friday night against Waterloo East, 58-54. Meanwhile, Ames coming off of 4 consecutive wins. They look to keep the momentum going here tonight. Looks to be an extended senior night as always. I think they're pulling seniors. If you're a senior at home watching, make the drive. You'll probably make it in time here in Ames. All right, let's get to our starting lineups tonight, all brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown. Let them deliver for you while we deliver you the starting lineup. Vance Downs, the head coach for the Ames Little Cyclones in his 21st year, has the Ames Little Cyclones off to one of their best starts. Well, they've always had a good start, but their best start since the 21-22 season when they eventually were state champions at the 4A level. They defeated John 68-37 that year. They went 23-3. This year's team is 15-2. They're 7-0 in conference play, and their last loss was to a good Cedar Falls team, 52-51. So they've won 7 in a row against the Bobcats. They've got a lot going for them. This is where the Bobcats look to pull off the upset here tonight on the road. Starting lineup looks like this. Number 5, Jamison Poe. He's averaging 11 points per game, 3 rebounds per game, 3.5 assists per game, 1.5 steals per game. Pretty much a do-it-all senior at 5'10". He had 7 points, 4 assists in the last matchup with the Bobcats. That game was back on January 10th. Isaiah Knight will get the go here tonight. Number 20, he's averaging 9 points per game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. A 6'3 senior, didn't play a ton last year, but has really excelled this year in that starting lineup. 74% free throw shooter, 12 points, 3 assists against the Bobcats back in January. Number 22, Will Thomas will start, averaging 6.5 points per game, 2.5 rebounds per game, 3 assists. He is a 6-foot junior, and he had 5 points, 4 assists against the Bobcats back on January 10th. Number 30, Abram Voss will start, 10 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, 3 assists, a 6'2 senior forward. He'll start. And number 42, rounding out the starting 5 for head coach Vance Downs tonight, Marach Dow, averaging 8.5 points per game, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1.5 blocks per game. He is a 6'8 junior. He had 5 points, 5 rebounds. Kind of a quiet night for him against the Bobcats back in January. He's their center, and he's second in Class 4A with field goal percentage at 71%. That's because a good chunk of his shots come from inside the paint, and he is a 66% free throw shooter on the season. That's the Ames Little Cyclones starting lineups, ranked number 9 in Class 4A. Meanwhile, for head coach Mike Apple, his starting lineup looks like this here tonight. In his 7th year, Bobcats 5-11, 3-4 in the Iowa Alliance North. They only shot 26% against Ames. Only turned it over 11 times, went 4 of 8 at the free throw line. Wasn't a terrible game by any means, but it definitely was one of those games where Ames just kind of, frankly, Marshalltown just ran into a buzzsaw at the time because Ames was playing really good and are continuing that theme as the season rolls along. Bobcats up to 47.5 points per game they average, giving up 53. Right now on the season at the free throw line, shooting at 59%. They're 2-3 in their last 5, and of course, coming off that victory Friday night against Waterloo East, 58-54. 5 looks like this tonight. Number 1, Jamison Niehaus. Sophomore will get the start tonight at 6 foot. He's averaging 3 points per game, 3.5 rebounds per game, and 2 assists. He did not have a bucket against Ames, but he did haul in 3 rebounds. Number 3, Drake Gersma, 9 points per game, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals per game. Does it all. The sophomore guard and the point guard at that stands at 6 foot, 5 points, 3 assists earlier this season against Ames. Number 10, Kyle Smith will start, 19 points per game, 8 rebounds. The 6'4 junior guard, 20 points. He had 4 rebounds, went 3 of 8 from downtown, and he went 3 of 4 at the free throw line against Ames this year. He's really doing it well at the 5A or the 4A level as he has 54 threes made. That's tied for first in 4A. He's also second in attempts at 154 and number 2 in Class 4A with 116 defensive rebounds. So not only can he score, but he can get that basketball back on the defensive end. Number 24, Lamar Johnson will start tonight, 7 points per game, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. 6 foot senior. He had 0 points and 2 rebounds earlier this year against Ames. And number 30, Jacob Hayes, 7 points per game. He's really started to come along over the last couple of weeks. 3 rebounds per game as well as 1 assist. A 6'2 junior. He had 5 points, 2 rebounds in the previous matchup. You can see the guys are getting anxious. That's our Sandvik starting lineups again. Let Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown deliver for you while we deliver you those starting lineups. Guys are getting antsy, so are we. The countdown to tip-off continues. We'll take a look at our keys to this matchup here tonight. All brought to you by First Rate Real Estate when we come back. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
Good. Good sportsmanship is also showing high character and accountability, doing what is right and setting a good example not only on the court but in the classroom as well.
Ames, a little Cyclones hosting your Marshalltown Bobcats on Super Tuesday in the Highway 30 rivalry. Ames in the rankings now at number 9. Be sure to hit the like button and support what we do here at KFJB-TV. Appreciate all the kind comments we've been getting lately, and that support means a lot, and you can do so by subscribing today. It's all free and helps support our broadcast here on KFJB-TV. Be sure to turn those notifications on as well to get the upcoming game alerts. All right, today's keys to the game presented by First Rate Real Estate, FirstRateTeam.com. Well, for the Bobcats, cream rises to the top. Coming off a nice win against Waterloo East, 58-54 on Friday night. But this is a tough test. And can the Bobcats rise to the occasion? I thought it was an interesting comment last week when the Bobcats took on Fort Dodge. Coach mentioned sometimes the Bobcats play to the level of their competition. Well, in this case, you hope that that's the case against the 9th-ranked team in Class 4A. Looking for Drake Gersma to have a nice night. He's going to have to control the ball well, especially with that backcourt pressure that Ames will put on, and limit the turnovers. Bobcats averaging 12.5 turnovers a game. They had 11 the first time around. Get that number down to 7 or 8 in this game. You really like your shot of hanging around late and having a shot against this solid squad. Meanwhile, for the Little Cyclones, start the night on fire, and it was kind of catching us off guard. Isaiah Knight, he was having a solid season coming in, but he had 12 points, 3 assists against the Bobcats back on January 10th. And we'll see if number 20 Isaiah Knight can get things going here tonight early on for them. He's not an exceptional scorer by any means, but he shoots it well from the free throw line at 74%, but he does some of the other things decently well. 3 rebounds, 3 assists per game, 1 steal. So he's kind of a little bit of that X factor. You know Manny Luth is going to come off the bench. He shoots it at 43% from three-point territory. He went 3 of 5 from downtown against the Bobcats and had 12 points in the previous matchup. The other guy that's a little bit of the X factor, Brandon Johnson, he had 7 points, 5 rebounds against the Cats. The 6'1 junior came off the bench. That was kind of a season high for him. He's only averaging 2 points per game and 2.5 rebounds. So Bobcats will have to be real solid on the defensive end against this Ames Little Cyclone squad. That's today's Keys to the Game, presented by First Rate Real Estate, FirstRateTeam.com. When we come back, we'll continue with the countdown to tip-off at Harrison Barnes Gym at Ames High School. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
I've always enjoyed the game of basketball, and this is a great way for me to still be involved and just give back to the surrounding communities that have given so much to me. We want our youth to be able to play these sports for many years to come, and we have to have officials to be able to play the games.
Black shirts too. Had them on the arm, underneath. Even if they may not appreciate every call you make, they do appreciate you being out there and making that sacrifice to help them be able to play the game.
Back at Ames High School, Bobcats getting set to go against the 9th-ranked Ames Little Cyclones. Let's get a scoreboard update as we take a look around the state of Iowa here tonight in boys basketball. And on a Super Tuesday, well, as soon as we were going to have scores, we have a connection issue with Varsity Bound. So we'll take a look at scores later. Girls basketball did lose earlier tonight. 43-25 was the final score from that one. So Bobcat girls fall to 6-12. Ames Little Cyclones go to 10-9 and pick up another conference victory. We'll take another timeout. You're locked into Bobcat basketball on KFJB-TV. Back at Ames High School, Brandon Lewis, along with you on a Super Tuesday, our KFJB-TV only broadcast tonight. Zach Tomish, our producer, Lakin Eastman, Keith Stewart on camera work tonight. Take a look around the state of Iowa's scoreboard. Waukee is matching up with Urbandale tonight. Waukee 8th ranked in 4A. Waterloo East and Mason City do battle in the Iowa Alliance. That one going on in Waterloo tonight. Des Moines Roosevelt matching up with Des Moines Hoover, Ottumwa, and Des Moines Lincoln. Bobcats will be on the road at Ottumwa coming up on Friday night. Des Moines North takes on Des Moines East tonight. Johnston and Ankeny Centennial, Dowling Catholic and Southeast Polk. Also Waterloo West is hosting Cedar Rapids Jefferson tonight. And other scores in Class 4A of interest. Council Bluffs Jefferson is down to Council Bluffs Lincoln, 65-29. Bobcats have added that one to their February schedule as they'll take on Council Bluffs Jefferson on February 18th. And that's the night of the first postseason game for girls basketball. So still pending if we'll cover the boys game. If girls get a first-round bye, most likely we would cover Bobcat boys basketball at Council Bluffs Jefferson. But if the girls go on that night, we'll have postseason play instead. Still 8 minutes before tip-off between the Bobcats and the Little Cyclones. An extended senior night at Harrison Barnes Gym and Court. You're watching Bobcat Basketball. This is KFJB-TV.
Good. Good sportsmanship is also showing high character and accountability, doing what is right and setting a good example not only on the court but in the classroom as well.
Welcome back to Ames as both teams get ready to do battle in a short time from now. Well, if you missed it, we did have our Cat Connection a little bit earlier ago, but Morgan Hildebrand, we recently had a chance to catch up with her on our Cat Connection, all presented by State Farm, Tyler Prashung Agency in Marshalltown, online at mtownproud.com.
The Cat Connection, sponsored by State Farm. M-Town Proud.
Integrate you into this team.
It's been really fun. They all try to help me out. They try to make me better in practice by really guarding me and helping me with my dribbling. So it's been really fun to practice and just hang out with them.
Yeah. All right. How long have you been playing basketball, and how important is the game to you?
I've been playing basketball for I think since I was in 4th or 5th grade, and it's a really fun sport. You have to practice a lot to get better, but it's pretty fun, yeah.
Yeah. How gratifying is it when you get open and you knock down that three?
It's really good. I just like standing in the corner and being ready to shoot, but it's definitely good when I knock them down, especially when they really matter.
Yeah. You know, players like, Millie Heitman, Georgia Jansen, Frankie Long, they've all been playing starting their freshman year, and you're doing the same thing. So how much do you think that helps? Is there anything they kind of say, hey, this is what I experienced, but, as you grow, you're only going to get better, that kind of thing?
Yeah, they tell me that, it's okay if I make mistakes, just, I just need to, know how to do better, and they definitely know what I'm going through, when I have turnovers and that kind of stuff, but, yeah.
Seems like this team overall, hitting a little bit more of a groove on the back end of the season here. Really big win and a fun win at Fort Dodge. And how do you kind of use that and propel this team forward into postseason play?
After our Fort Dodge game, we kind of we're just okay, so we know we can beat someone. We knew that they were beatable, and we went into the game and we really tried. So I'm hoping that when we play Ames, we can bring the intensity and we can kind of make them play our game, and yeah.
All right, what other activities, Morgan, are you involved in during the school year, either extracurricular or in school?
I play volleyball, so I'm in volleyball season right now, and I also play golf.
Awesome. All right. Well, how's your golf game?
It's okay. It could be better.
It always can be better. As a golfer, I know, that's for sure. All right, best of luck rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, that is Morgan Hildebrand with our Cat Connection, all brought to you by Tyler Prashung, State Farm Agency, mtownproud.com. Well, that was our Cat Connection with Morgan Hildebrand from the girls basketball team. Again, Cat Connection is all presented by Tyler Prashung Agency in Marshalltown. Thanks so much for them for their support of Bobcat Athletics throughout the season. You can always watch back previous Cat Connections on our YouTube channel. Just check out the playlist and find Cat Connections to watch back. Tip-off finally approaching. Still 3 minutes to go, though. We'll get starting lineups live here at Ames High when we come back. You're tuned in to Bobcat Athletics on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Jacob Hayes. No good. Lamar Johnson, no rebound. Takes down left wing three. Splash.
That kid's going to be a good one.
The Highway 30 Rivalry on KFJB-TV on a Super Tuesday. Brandon Lewis with you. Welcome back to Harrison Barnes Gym at Ames High School. Our producer tonight, Zach Tomish, Lakin Eastman, Keith Stewart on camera work. And after a 20-plus minute senior night celebration, we're finally playing after a 15-minute warm-up. They really know how to draw things out in Ames. We love it, though. We're all here for it. We have been a part of every senior night since I've been broadcasting Bobcat Athletics. Wouldn't have it any other way. The red and blue looking for the upset against the 9th-ranked Ames Little Cyclones tonight as head coach Vance Downs looking on and still waiting for the final legitimate seconds to tick down to get us underway as we are at 8:02. Tip-off. 17 minutes to go, scheduled. But that's all right. All right, Ames, Marshalltown, ready to do battle. Everybody is ready to go. And let's listen in to tonight's starting lineups here at Harrison Barnes Gym in Ames.
Junior number 10, Kyle Smith. Senior number 24, Lamar Johnson. And junior number 30, Jacob Hayes. The Bobcats are coached by Michael Apple. His assistants, Ryder Anderson, Raphael Hughes, Tim Johnson, Scott Smith, Joe Stunner, and William Winkler. Now, for your game side, Little Cyclones. Senior number 22, Luke Brecky. And senior number 50, Etienne Danny. Your Little Cyclones are coached by David Goodwin and Steve McGraw, Jeff Downey,
Officials taking their place as starting lineups done here at Harrison Barnes Gym. Bobcats coming in 5-11, 3-4 in the Iowa Alliance North. Looking to knock off 9th-ranked Ames, who's 15-2 on the season, 7-0 in the Iowa Alliance North. Bobcats in their blue tops and bottoms, white numbers outlined in red. Ames in the all-whites. Changed the starting lineup due to being a 25% three-point shooter on the season. Only averaging 1 point per game. Bobcats on the offensive end, a miss inside. Swipe for the rebound, can't haul it in. Up court, Trevor Goodwin, the senior, getting the start tonight. He'll run the point. Over the left wing, Kyle Smith steps out defensively on Garang Dang, and now Nathane Dang on the right wing. Little roll, Avenue wasn't there. Lamar Johnson knocks it away. Ames keeps it. 3, left wing. And they are on fire. Finley DeLisi. I don't think we've said his name in his 4 years at the varsity level, but right there, doesn't matter, he knocks it down. Bounds, last touch by Ames. Inbound to Niehaus, now to Gersma. Screen, and Gersma rolls, and he's all the way to the rack for 2 to get the Cats on the scoreboard. 6-2, our count. 6.5 minutes to go, opening quarter. Head coach Mike Apple standing on the far sideline, watching his defense operate after giving up a couple of early threes. Free throw line cut off. Niehaus stops. Now Lamar Johnson has a shot over him, and it's Luke Brecky. Has not scored a bucket on the season. That's his first. And all those seniors got their adrenaline flowing for Ames, that's for sure. Off to a hot start, 8-2. Niehaus, the rainbow, pops in and out. Usual starters are now getting off the bench for Ames, ready to check in on the dead ball. 3. Brecky makes it rain, and the student section goes wild. Brecky with a career-high 5. Kyle Smith, free throw, spin, double team, forces a shot, it's tipped away. To Dang, tipped out of there. Gersma got a piece of it. Approaching the halfway point of the first quarter, Ames 11-2. In all fairness, I think the Cats might have fell asleep during the senior night celebration. Gersma, right wing. Up to Kyle Smith. Even the reserves putting that pressure on Kyle, trying to take away the top scorer on the Bobcats side. Turned over as we hit the midway point of the first. Boy, that was a crisp pass in there. Brecky fed a Thang Dang, who has 5 as well. 13-2. Highway 30 rivalry off to a bad start for the Cats. See if Lamar Johnson can settle it down, and no, he'll lose it. Boy, it doesn't matter if you're number 5 or number 10 on the team or whoever you are. It's Ames' team. Still can put the pressure on you defensively. Brecky goes against Hayes, sets a screen, he'll roll. They feed him. Wow, good skip pass. 3 is Off the mark, no good for Finley DeLisi, trying for his second of the night. Gersma, late feed was tipped. Why not? Dang. 8. His second 3 of the night. Hayes has it tipped away, gets it to Kyle Smith, drives free throw line, pull up, in and out. Gersma with the offensive rebound. Over to Hayes, he'll drive, feeds to Niehaus. Now Niehaus in, dumps it off. Lamar Johnson leader is no good. Six minutes without a dead ball. Wow. And Dang's open back side. And he is 10. And Mike Apple wants to stop the bleeding. 18-2, Ames with the lead on senior night.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown, and they are proud to support Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. If you need a new recliner to relax in, or perhaps a new dining set for the whole family, shop McGregor's. They also have a good selection of luxurious sectional sofas. Score the mattress of your dreams with an assist from the McGregor's friendly and knowledgeable staff. You'll be the household MVP when you bring home the winning selection from McGregor's Furniture and Mattress downtown Marshalltown. Open 7 days a week.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Adam Boone. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Head coach Mike Apple is putting it lightly. Starters getting run out of the gym by the reserves by Ames. 18-2, and now the starters are into the game for Ames. 6+ minutes without a dead ball to begin the game. Luke Brecky with 5, Athane Dang. Off to a hot dang start. Off a screen, Kyle Smith, 3 is off the right side. Rebound for Ames, and here they'll push. No numbers, they'll slow it down. Poe in the near side corner, out to the right wing to Isaiah Knight. Bobcats step out. Out of Poe, Poe swings back, they'll let him shoot it. And it's off the back for Knight, and Ames last to touch it. Abram Voss, the man there who tipped it out of bounds. So back to the red and blue. Down 18-2, and head coach Mike Apple talked about their hot start they had in the Roundhouse. And the reserves got them out to a hot start here tonight. Little home cooking. Poe forces a turnover. He'll push it against Gersma. Feed, and it's good. Count the bucket. It's good for Will Thomas, and he draws the foul. Lamar Johnson with his first of the night. Averages the most fouls on the team per game, but also always draws the toughest assignment defensively. And one is nothing but net right there for Will Thomas. 3 as he checks in. Will Thomas on the season, a 75% free throw shooting team, 67 as a squad. That's 8 percentage points better than Marshalltown. Hand off back to Gersman, out of Lamar Johnson, bobbles it, gathers it, drives, puts it up off the front of the iron. Trying to get it over the big Marach Dow. 3, well off the mark, left side, Niehaus rebound. And Gersma will bring it up the court over the Cyclone logo at midcourt. Down to 3 seconds. 2, Gersma forces a 3, that'll hit the bottom of the net, no good. It's all Ames after 1, 21-2 as we head to the second quarter on KFJB-TV.
Why MCC? Competitive athletics, affordable tuition, on-campus living, online courses plus 2 campus locations, unique programs, career training, small classes, short-term hands-on training. Choose MCC.
Second quarter just about ready to start here in Ames. 21-2 is our current score as the Bobcats' only bucket from Drake Gersma here tonight. All reserves starting tonight on senior night. And they got things going. Athang Dang hit a couple of big threes. He has 10 points in that first quarter. Number 9, Ames, with the big lead on Super Tuesday in the Highway 30 rivalry. Ames has won 7 in a row against Marshalltown. Bobcats 5-26 against Ames since 2006. And they'll need a plethora of scoring to work themselves back into this one here tonight. Good give and go, but Lamar Johnson bobbled the basketball and a charge. They're going to say he ran over Poe. Poe moved in a little bit late, but that's Lamar Johnson's second foul of the night. Wow. Tough break right there for Lamar. Take a look at the replay, and Poe might have been set up just a little bit, but bobbling that basketball kind of caused that. Poe open, extra pass. Here's Knight, knifing down the right side. Layup is a little bit too strong. Put back by Mirach Dow is too strong, and the Cats come away with the basketball. Gersma driving down to the right block, has to pick up his dribble. Back to Lamar Johnson. Now to Kyle Smith at the top. Double teamed, and Poe picks his pocket. Poe averages 3.5 or 2 steals per game. And Knight with his first bucket of the night as he goes inside. 23-2 Ames. Kyle Smith just all covered up. Forced pass, Knight picks it off, takes it in for 2. It's 25-2. Ames putting on a clinic defensively. Gersma over the timeline, surveying the offense. And off to Kyle Smith. Drives to the free throw line. Almost triple team. Finds Jacob Hayes. That one skims off the iron. Dow with the outlet to Poe. Buried at home. Abram Voss got the feed from Knights. Voss, 40% three-point shooter coming in. He averages 10 points per game. Didn't have a bucket in the previous matchup against the Bobcats. Here's Gersma down the right side. Dow blocks his shot. Fast break up to Poe all the way as he speeds past Nias. 30-2. Bobcats played Ames back on January 10th. They were not ranked at that time. I was shocked, but 9 still seems too low. This is a very good Ames squad. Step through, pass down. Lamar Johnson not able to score it. And Bobcat defense just knifed up by Will Thomas. And another timeout by head coach Mike Apple. 32-2, 4:35 to go before halftime. This is Bobcat basketball on KFJB-TV.
My name is Dominic Kluwer, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Back at Harrison Barnes Gym at Ames High School, 4:35 remaining before halftime. Coming up at halftime, our coverage all brought to you by Scouting America, Mid-Iowa Council. Adventure on online at scoutingiowa.org. We'll have our post-game chat with head coach Brian Murphy for the girls basketball team. They lost earlier tonight, 43-25, the final from that one. 32-2, our current score in the boys' game as Ames senior night. Well, their seniors started tonight, and they lit it up early. I believe it was a 18-2 first quarter it was. And just have extended it here in the second. Bobcats' only bucket early on by Drake Gersma. Since that time, boy, the defense is really locked in for Ames. Marshalltown out of the timeout. Kyle Smith picks it up, free throw line over to Hayes. Will Swartz checking in on the dead ball. Gersma spin move in the paint. Can't buy himself anything. Now Will Swartz inside against Dow, getting that height into the game, and Will Swartz powers in for his first bucket. Waterloo East is leading Mason City 14-3 at the end of the first quarter. Turnover, but turnover right back to Ames. Manny Luth lit up the Cats in the previous matchup on January 10th. He's into the game. He had 12 points and 2 rebounds. Dow, an offensive rebound, goes for the putback. No good. And they'll say Kyle Smith touched it last. It will stay with Ames. Wow, that looked like Dow was the last to touch that one, but not sure. Maybe Swartz was actually the one to get a hand on that. Nevertheless, Ames will keep it here on the right side. Knight into the paint. Leaner, Swartz kind of got a piece of that, but Dow comes up with the basketball and hands it off in a prompt layup by Isaiah Knight. He has 6 on the evening, all here in the second quarter. 34-4. Under 3 to go before halftime. Hayes over to Boone. Adam Boone will try a 3. That's off the back of the iron. Knight with a rebound. Outlet to Thomas. Thomas hesitates, drives. Left block, shut down. Kicks back out to Knight. Now to Poe. Tries a 3. It's off the left side. Bounces out right. Kyle Smith hauls in a defensive rebound. Second in 4A in doing that, but he has his pocket picked by Poe. And Poe speeds ahead for the layup. Misses it, but a foul is called as Dow puts in the slam for the putback, but the foul had already come, and it's going to be on Kyle Smith, his first foul of the night. There's Poe there. Just a little bit of a swipe by Kyle Smith. Poe at the line, a 71% free throw shooter. First one's up and off the front of the iron, no good for the senior at 5'10". Did not see Jamison Poe in the football game between Marshalltown and Ames, which Marshalltown won that one. He's been involved all basketball season. Second free throw this time is good. Poe, after the first made free throw, he has 3 on the night as we approach the 2-minute mark. Well, Swartz over to Adam Boone. Now back to Kyle Smith. Well, every time Kyle Smith comes off a screen, he's closely guarded as he pulls up left side. No good. Brandon Johnson is checked into the basketball game as well as Knight goes baseline and leans in for 2. 8 for Isaiah Knight. 95 seconds to go before halftime. Adam Boone, right wing. Over to Lamar Johnson. Johnson, free throw line, hesitates, goes against Brandon Johnson, leans back. It's leaning on the rim, but falls off left side as Johnson hauls in the rebound. Outlets, up courts, Voss for 2 as he knifes in from the right wing. 5 for Abram Voss. Hand off to Will Swartz as Gersman didn't have anywhere to go. Skip pass over to Lamar Johnson. Hands off. Kyle Smith. Give and go. Opens up for Lamar. That's a good play right there as Lamar Johnson gets his first bucket of the night. They will count the bucket, making it 39-6. And a free throw and an one to come here. A good give and go as he drew in 2 defenders, and Johnson at the rack finishes there. Manny Luth picks up his first team foul for Ames here in the second quarter. There's Lamar Johnson at the line for 1. 58% free throw shooter, misses the and one. About a 10-second difference between the game clock, shot clock. Knight, left-handed 3 is no good. Rebound Gersma. Up to Kyle Smith, near side. 1 second difference between the game clock and the shot clock here as the Bobcats can nearly play for the final shot of the first half. Trailing by 33. Right high post jumper. Kyle Smith gets into the scoring column. 5 seconds to go before halftime. Poe hesitates. Luth fires one up, right wing. It's off the mark, and Manny Luth just misses that one. Well, at halftime, Bobcats down big, 39-8. That was a good play, though. They're near halftime. Little give and go as Lamar Johnson gets into the scoring column. It's all Ames first half. They have a 31-point lead, 39-8. This is Bobcat basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
At Greg Young Automotive, we go the extra mile for our customers across Iowa. Why do customers choose us and keep coming back? Because our commitment to exceptional service and satisfaction never wavers. With our extensive network of dealerships throughout Iowa, we leverage unbeatable pricing and offer a better inventory selection than other dealerships. Visit any of our 6 locations across the state and experience the Greg Young difference, where we'll go the extra mile for you.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
The Halftime Report, presented by Scouting America. Adventure on.
39-8 at halftime at Harrison Barnes Gym in Ames. All number 9 Ames right now in that first half. Let's take a look at scoring as leading the way, Athane Dang got the start, 10 points. He had a couple big threes early on. Luke Brecky also has 5. He hit 3. Finley DeLisi got the start on senior night, 2 points for him. Then the starters came in. Abram Voss with 5, Will Thomas with 5, Isaiah Knight with 8, and Jamison Poe with 3. Bobcats with 8 points at the break, 2 apiece for Drake Gersma, Kyle Smith, Lamar Johnson, and Will Smith at halftime. Again, 39-8 is our score at the break. When we come back, we will chat with Brian Murphy, girls basketball coach. This is Halftime Coverage, brought to you by Scouting America on KFJB-TV.
When my kids come home from camp, they're so excited. They go on and on about all the activities they got to do.
My son loves to go fishing, cooking,
Photography, kayaking,
zip line, archery,
robotics, camping,
oceanography,
swimming,
and radio.
He's got so many fun stories that he would share that we just wouldn't have otherwise.
Being involved in scouting, my boys have made lifelong friendships.
I would recommend putting your kids in scouting. It's a great way for them to learn skills while having fun.
Marshalltown Community School District announces that preschool sign-up is going on now for children who will be 4 on or before September 15th. Sign up early as spaces do fill up. Marshalltown's preschool program ensures every child has access to high-quality early education in a welcoming and supportive environment. The preschool program is tuition-free with no fees to sign up. Contact the preschool coordinator at 641-754-1000 for more information. You'll need proof of your child's age, address, and immunization records in order to sign up.
The Halftime Report, presented by Scouting America. Adventure on.
Welcome back to Harrison Barnes Gym in Ames, now joined by girls basketball coach Brian Murphy. Coach, a loss here tonight, 43-25, but I think some steals late kind of got that score a little more lopsided. I thought your team, though, through 3 quarters especially, really challenged them, and it seems like every time you've come around on the second matchup against a team, including Fort Dodge, you got the win the second time around, they've really challenged a little bit more. Is that kind of that sign of still continued growth?
Yeah, and I think the most impressive thing about tonight is the fact that we dug ourselves an 18-3 hole going into the second quarter, and then we turned around and had a 9-3 advantage in the second quarter where we held Ames scoreless for almost 7 straight minutes. I mean, they absolutely could not score in the half court. And, I mean, literally their entire offense in this game was steals and layups. And so, I mean, it's one of those things where there's some things we feel really good about in this game, but at the end of the day, it came down to turnovers, as it so often does.
They started stealing you late. Do you think that was kind of some tired legs or the progression of this game as it went on?
Yeah, and tonight was, absolutely tired legs for sure. I mean, as everybody does, we got illness going through. Millie missed practice last night. She came off the floor in the fourth quarter. We were thinking we need to lay her down. So certainly legs played a role in it. And you could just kind of see sometimes that score starts to make that fatigue feel even more. And so suddenly that 12 to 14 point deficit balloons where we're just making bad choices. And that's one of those things where as a team, you got to own that a little bit more, where you got to take pride up until the last whistle. But, I mean, overall, despite our turnovers, there was still a lot that we felt good about coming out of that game where, we shot 8-14 from the line. We were 7-14 from the field, or 7 of 18 from the field, sorry. So efficient offense when we got there. We just didn't get there often enough.
Seemed like every time I looked, Frankie Long was getting double teamed as soon as that ball got down there. Is there any way past that, or is that something that she knows going in, or that, boy, she's the focal point of the opposing team's defense?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Teams are keying on her. I mean, very few people in our conference have a body to put on her. She wound up fouling out Percival tonight for Ames, one of their leading scorers, and that's the kind of pressure she can put on it. And I think ultimately what we've got to start recognizing is when that double's there, we got to get a couple extra passes in to free things up in the backside, because some of our half-court turnovers came trying to force passes in there, where even if she catches it, she's got nowhere to go. And we got there eventually, but again, can't take a full quarter to figure that out.
Tonight started a 3-game road trip for yourself. You're going to be in Ottumwa on Friday night. What's kind of your focus leading up to that one?
In some ways, Ames really prepared us well for Ottumwa's half-court offense, where, Pankinen is the engine that makes Ames go. I think she had 16-18 tonight, hit almost all their outside shots. Ottumwa's very similar. They've got a shooter. She's been killing us for years, where, last year in a very low-scoring game, she hit almost two-thirds of their points. So if we can shut down their shooter, hold them in half-court, much like tonight, we like our chances.
Thanks for your time, Coach. We'll talk to you Friday.
Sounds good.
All right, that is head coach Brian Murphy on with our halftime coverage. Get all brought to you by Scouting America. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Marshalltown Area Chamber. Meet in Marshalltown.com. Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction. And McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, quality furniture for every room in your home.
Welcome back to Ames. Brandon Lewis with you tonight. Up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard, Ames leading 39-8 at halftime. Other scores around the area in the Iowa Lions Conference tonight. Mason City is trailing Waterloo East after the first half at halftime, 26-22. Urbandale currently trailing Waukee in the second quarter, 32-20. And right now in boys basketball, West Marshall is trailing Roland Story 22-20 at halftime. Those are some of the scores that we currently have. Second half between the Bobcats and the Little Cyclones coming up. You're tuned in to coverage on KFJB-TV.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
I hope to have you along for Bobcat Live coming up on Thursday from 6 to 7. It's esports night. We'll have MCC and MHS esports teams along. Fred Hoiberg, Harrison Barnes, some of the big names in Ames history. We're here at Harrison Barnes Gym at Ames High School. Second half starts next. This is your home for Bobcat Athletics, KFJB-TV.
Make the equity in your home work for you with the home equity loan from Lennox Employees Credit Union. Crush high-interest credit card debt and make needed improvements to your home. You have the power to refinance and change your financial life. With the lower interest rate, repayment is more comfortable than paying those high credit card interest rates. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Assured Partners, power through partnership. Greg Young Chevrolet of Marshalltown. Drive with Greg Young and experience top auto service and selection. And Lennox Employees Credit Union, lennoxecu.com.
We are underway in the second half as Ames begins with the basketball, and Voss promptly drives to the right block and continues his night. He has 7 now, 41-8, Ames. Gersma picked up his dribble, has to get it away to Niehaus. He'll pick up his dribble on the right-hand post. Back to Gersma. Gets a screen from Swartz. Rolls. Gets the basketball and gets tied up. Outlets it to Niehaus. Pulls up free throw line. Teardrop. It's good for Jamison Niehaus. His first bucket of the night. 41-10. Now Knight, far side corner, 3 pops in and out. Marshalltown with a rebound, feeds to Voss, and Voss with his second bucket of the second half. He has 9. 33-point lead for Ames. Gersma pulls up 3 as the defender fell down. It's off the mark. Rebound by Thomas. Dump it off for Voss. Dumps it in now to Dow, and we have a running clock. 35-point lead now as Marshalltown, his first bucket of the night, and it's a 35-point lead. Adam Boone starting the second half for the Bobcats. Will Swartz as well. Mark Johnson playing with a couple fouls here tonight. Not out there to begin the second half. Kyle Smith, I believe he also had a couple fouls. And a late bucket. Good for the Cats. Gersma finding his second one of the night. He has 4. Rebound put back off the miss. Isaiah Knight, 10 on the evening. Lamar Johnson in street clothes. And I'm not sure if he's under the weather or injured. Might be under the weather here as he gave it a go in that first half. And Dow's going to pick up a foul as he reaches over the back of... Actually, no. Yeah, he reached over the back, and Dow's going to pick up his first foul of the night. A little push from behind. He fouled Will Swartz. Do not see Kyle Smith as well. I do now see him. He's on the floor. He just checked in. But Lamar Johnson looks like he is out for the remainder of this one. He's walking towards the exit doors. So Coach mentioned a little bit of sickness going through the team. Inlet to Jacob Hayes. Turnaround jumper off the back of the iron as Brandon Johnson skies for the rebound. Wow, Thomas just knifing past 2 Bobcats. Strong on the layup. Niehaus goes in against Johnson. Can't convert off the right side of the iron. Here goes Thomas again against 2 Bobcats. Gets stopped underneath the hoop. They'll have to back it out. Turnaround jumper's no good inside, but Brandon Johnson with the offensive rebound. Put back no good. He gets his own miss. Put back again no good, and this time Gersma gets the rebound. Kyle Smith, extra feed, and Jacob Hayes gets involved in the scoring column. His first made bucket of the night, a right wing 3 is good. 47-15. Into Manny Luth, and he slams it home, his first bucket. Gersma over to Adam Boone, left wing. Swings it, Kyle Smith. Hesitates. Fades away, and it's off the back of the iron, no good. Gersma challenged for the rebound, but it popped away. Knight left wing to the top to Voss. Back it out. Loves to shoot it, misses it this time as Manny Luth off the mark with the 3. And Brandon Johnson just landed right on top of Jacob Hayes, and Johnson will pick up the foul. First foul of the night on Brandon Johnson. Kyle Smith is going to check out, as well as Jamison Niehaus. Dom Kluwer checks in, as well as Arian Hancock. think this will be the second game now in the last week that Kyle Smith dealing with a bloody nose. He had one last Tuesday against Fort Dodge, and now he's getting checked out by the trainer for another bloody nose. Dom Kluwer hands off to Hancock. Hayes now back to Kluwer at the top of the key. Adam Boone off the screen. Manny Luth all over him. Gersma no good with 7 seconds on the shot clock. Had to put something up. Breakaway, and Voss runs the floor. And Voss having a good night. 11 points for Voss. Gersma almost stolen by Poe. Hancock gets the feed left wing. Threes off the left side of the iron. Poe will bring it up court. Hesitates, goes against Gersma, pushes his way in. The layup was too strong, but a rebound on the left block. It was brought in by Garang Dang, and he was fouled. And I believe they're going to say it was a shooting foul, which will send. No, it is going to be on the floor, so Poe will inbound. Oh, perfect. Number 10's checked into the game, not on the official roster. Got a big clap from the fans. And Brandon Johnson has his shot blocked inside, and the Bobcats come away with it with 10 seconds to go here in the third. 51-15 Ames. Gersma with 2 seconds, steps past Johnson. 3 is good. Wow. What a shot by Gersma. Time to find it. He has 7 here tonight for the Cats, who trail 51-18, heading to the fourth on KFJB-TV.
Auto loans at Lennox Employees Credit Union are not just for cars. If you are looking to purchase a new or used motorcycle, boat, snowmobile, look no further. Lennox Employees Credit Union has low loan rates, and the loan process is so easy. Visit lennoxecu.com for rates and membership eligibility information, or go to 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown to visit with one of our loan officers. Lennox Employees Credit Union, member NCUA.
Bobcats with their highest scoring quarter of the contest had 10 in the third, and just before we ended that quarter, Gersma with a 3 from the right wing. He has 7 to lead the Cats here tonight. Without Lamar Johnson, it looks for the rest of this game as he exited the facility in street clothes and I believe dealing with an illness. Kyle Smith dealing with a bloody nose, and the Bobcats dealing with a lopsided scoreboard as we start the fourth quarter, 51-18. Dom Kluwer to run the point. Hands off to Gersma. Hayes, Hancock, and Boone in the game for the Cats. Hancock swipes for the rebound off the missed Adam Boone 3. And Hancock with a block. And last touch by Ames. Be back to the Bobcats as we do have a running clock for the rest of this contest here tonight. Kyle Smith still over with the trainer dealing with the bloody nose. Gersma over to Hayes. Out of Hancock, left wing. Drives against Johnson. Back to Hayes. Out of Gersma. Give and go. Hayes with a nice play right there. Opened up. And Gersma found him. Hayes with 5 on the evening. Give and go the other way. Ames will counter with the same play. Brandon Johnson with his first bucket. Gersma trying to step through, was knocked out of bounds by Ames. A few other new faces into the contest. And then DJ Bajik is into the game, as well as checking in Cole Swartz. And Max Sutton is off the bench to replace Manny Luth. Kluwer loses the basketball. Ames comes up with it. There's a travel in there, but a two-point bucket is good. Number 10 scoring right there, not listed on the roster coming into the night. So Gersma, step back three on the right wing is no good, but Hancock finds the offensive rebound, but as he tried to outlet it to Jacob Hayes, it was picked off. Max Sutton at the top. Now a drive and losing it out of bounds. Ames back to Marshalltown. Arian Hancock is going to check out of the contest. Will Swartz back into the game. Jamison Niehaus will also get off the bench back into the contest. Isaac Bivens checking in for the first time for Ames as he replaces Garang Dang. Bobcat bench a little thin compared to that Ames bench, as you just saw there on KFJB-TV. Pass to Adam Boone, almost picked up, but Boone buries it for the three. Adam Boone, first bucket. 55-23. Right wing three off the back of the iron. Adam Boone goes for the rebound, loses it out of bounds on the baseline. As Cole Swartz tried for the three, could not convert. Swartz will now inbound, baseline left side. Swartz, a dribble and a three for Bajik. It's off the mark. Dom Kluwer open on the right wing, catches it. Thought about the step back three, but defender stepped in. Swartz up to Boone. Out of Gersma right wing. Gersma loses it, gathers it back. Adam Boone trying for the three, couldn't get it. Kluwer has his pocket pick, but Kluwer puts up a floater. And he scores a bucket as the senior into the scoring column. Swartz has his scoop and score tipped out of bounds. It will stay with Ames. Approaching 2.5 minutes to go here in the Highway 30 rivalry. And Tyler Dorothy, haven't seen him a whole lot, will check into the game for the Bobcats, replacing Jamison Niehaus. So Dorothy into the game, and he pokes it away promptly, but Ames gathers it back in. Bajik puts up a shot. It's off the mark, and Hancock comes up with the rebound. As Dom Kluwer will run the point. Gets a screen and a roll from Will Swartz, feeds him. Out of Hancock, open left wing three. And he promptly will bury that one home. Arian Hancock making his first bucket of the season. Left wing three for Ames is no good, but Bajik, a rebound inside, putback is good. And a timeout by assistant coach Brynja Brynjolfsson, allowing for substitutions. We'll step aside. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
American Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite team. Enjoy wings, nachos, steaks, and prime rib available on Friday and Saturday nights. It's game on for great food and your favorite drink to wash it down. You like burgers? Legends has fantastic, unique burger creations like this. The Legends Burger. Absolutely delicious. Gather with friends, enjoy your favorite team's games with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and make some memories. Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and our new Newton location, where the game is always on.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
While we're away, Dominic Kluwer with a drive, and he was fouled. And he's set a line for two, and Dom Kluwer on the season, 75% free throw shooter, knocks down the first. Second one to come. Kluwer with 3 points. Levi Bell has checked in for the Bobcats on the last dead ball. And Dom Kluwer with 4 points here in the fourth quarter as he knocks down both free throws. Now gets a piece of the shot. It's out of bounds, but Kluwer with a nice defensive play. The drive in, past the swiping hand of Swartz. Max Sutton able to score. Down to our final 20 seconds. Kluwer looking for the roll by Swartz, but off the mark. And a fast break by Ames. It's good. 59-30. And nearly identical, or 61-30, excuse me. Hancock leans away. Shot's no good at the buzzer. And just like the first time, Ames wins big over Marshalltown. They won 60-30 back on January 10th. Tonight they win 61-30. The final score as the Bobcats will fall to 5-12 on the season, 3-5 in conference play. Ames improves to 16-2. They're now perfect 8-0 in the Iowa Alliance North as number 9 Ames wins it here tonight at Harrison Barnes Gymnasium. We're headed to the locker room report. Coming up next, we'll name our player of the game and also chat with head coach Mike Apple. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown, and they are proud to support Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. If you need a new recliner to relax in, or perhaps a new dining set for the whole family, shop McGregor's. They also have a good selection of luxurious sectional sofas. Score the mattress of your dreams with an assist from the McGregor's friendly and knowledgeable staff. You'll be the household MVP when you bring home the winning selection from McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown. Open 7 days a week.
YMCC, competitive athletics, affordable tuition, on-campus living, online courses plus 2 campus locations, unique programs, career training, small classes, short-term hands-on training. Choose MCC.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
And for the Locker Room Report, all presented by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown. Brandon Lewis with you here in Ames. All Ames tonight. They get the doubleheader sweep as the girls lost earlier tonight, 43-25. and the boys fall by a final score of 61-30. Final stat line for the Cats, 7 points for Drake Gersma to lead the way offensively. Dom Kluwer with 4 for Lamar Johnson, 5 for Jacob Hayes, 2 for Jamison Niehaus, and 3 for the senior Adam Boone. Aaron Hancock also made it 3 late in this one for the Cats. Meanwhile, a whole host, almost 2 teams worth of scoring here tonight for Ames. Leading scorer Isaiah Knight, he had 10, 11 for Abram Voss, 10 for Ethang Dang. He had all of that in the first quarter. It was an 18-2 run to begin that first quarter because of really the reserves and the job that they did. And just got them off to a hot start, and Ames never looked back. Will Thomas finishes with 5 tonight. Jameson Poe 3, and Manny Luth with 2 for the Ames Little Cyclones, who move on to Des Moines East coming up on Friday night. They'll be on the road at Des Moines East. They're now 16-2, 8-0 in the conference, and 9th ranked heading into that matchup on Friday night and on a 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, the Bobcats, they fall tonight, going to 5-12 on the season. They're now 3-5 in the Iowa Lions Conference. Coming up, we will name our player of the game. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Sports Plus, sportsplusTherapy.com. Wayward Social, the place for bowling, games, food, and more. And Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, helping you develop strategies for pursuing your financial goals.
Time for our player of the game, presented by Opa Grill in Marshalltown. Greek and traditional favorites. All you have to say is Opa. All right, senior Dom Kluwer got some action here tonight in the second half as he finished with 4 points. He went 2 of 2 at the free throw line. Good moment for the senior right there on the road at Ames. Dom Kluwer, our player of the game. He receives a $25 gift certificate to Opa Grill in Marshalltown. Coming up, we continue with the post-game show. This is Bobcat Basketball right here on KFJB-TV.
What does OPA mean? OPA means joy, enthusiasm, and approval. And when you dine at OPA Grill in Marshalltown, you'll understand why. With their made-to-order pastas, soups, and salads made daily with the freshest ingredients. Favorites include chicken parmesan pan-fried to perfection, fresh and light chicken lemon rice soup, and their signature OPA salad topped with seasoned gyro meat. OPA Grill Family Restaurant in Marshalltown, where you can dine in or drive through. All you have to say is OPA!
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Welcome back to Ames. Our next broadcast is coming up on Friday night, a girls-boys doubleheader, as the Marshalltown Bobcats will travel to Ottumwa to take on the Bobcats as tip-off in the girls' game right around 6:15. Boys' game approximately 7:45. Coverage will all start on KFJB-TV at 6 o'clock. We are on KFJB-TV only tonight, but we'll have the radio side coming up on Friday. Also join us for Bobcat Live on Thursday. We'll be inside Rosie's at Wayward Social. We'll have girls, boys basketball on. We'll also talk boys wrestling. And we'll also talk esports with MCC and Marshalltown. Looking forward to that. We have a meet and greet lined up with the MCC team, and they'll be out there with games and kind of giving a presentation of what they do with the esports program. So hope you have a chance to stop by and join us for Bobcat Live at Wayward Social on Thursday night. Take a time out. This is Bobcat Postgame Show, all brought to you by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown. Almost forgot it. We had to make it through senior night and everything here tonight, but this is the Locker Room Report. You're watching KFJB-TV.
At Greg Young Automotive, we go the extra mile for our customers across Iowa. Why do customers choose us and keep coming back? Because our commitment to exceptional service and satisfaction never wavers. With our extensive network of dealerships throughout Iowa, we leverage unbeatable pricing and offer a better inventory selection than other dealerships. Visit any of our 6 locations across the state and experience the Greg Young difference, where we'll go the extra mile for you.
Hey, I'm Lamar Johnson. This is KFJB-TV.
Welcome back to Ames, Harrison Barnes Gymnasium. Normally we would talk to head coach Mike Apple. All brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services, your locally owned qualified diesel mechanics. Again, the Bobcats will be in action again coming up on Friday night against Atumwa. We'll take one final timeout and wrap things up on the Locker Room Report right here on KFJB-TV.
When Mike Overton moved to Laurel, Iowa, he had a vision to have a diesel repair shop that would support his growing family and passion for working on diesel engines. Being part of the East Marshall community means ensuring that farmers, truck drivers, and businesses run smoothly. With a large building and state-of-the-art equipment, Laurel Diesel Services is always up for a challenge. When your farm trucks, semis, or other diesel equipment requires maintenance or the occasional repair, take it to Laurel Diesel Services.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Back in on the Locker Room Report, we're now joined by head coach Mike Apple. 61-30, the final score here tonight. Coach, man, they started some seniors, got off to some hot momentum. It's really tough to stop an Ames team who's really feeling it early on. What was your message to your guys to kind of slow such a fast start?
By the time that first quarter was over, it's kind of the same deal as the first time we played them. It's going to be tough to come back from that when you got 2 points and they got 21. So it really starts before the game. We got to be more prepared to play. This isn't the first time I've said that this season, so I don't know. We got to make some changes, obviously, on how we approach games and be ready to go. They start 5 seniors that none of them have really touched the floor, and they're doing what they did to us. That's more on what we're doing or not doing and not being ready and being prepared. And that was the unfortunate part about it was we really didn't give ourselves a chance in that game from the start.
As you flip the script, obviously you're going to go on the road for the next couple of games on the road at Atumwa. As you kind of, like you mentioned, kind of work on some of those things, does it make it hard, or is it one of those things that, as a coach, that's just part of your job to make sure your guys are, all throughout the week, not just game nights?
That's the kind of head-scratching thing is we have really good practices. I mean, it's not lack of effort or lack of focus, and we got to the game tonight and it looked like we didn't work on anything. So it's just it comes down to being mentally prepared to play and understanding, communicating, play with energy, and believing we got a chance to win the game. You can't come into these games and just think, we're playing Ames. We don't have a chance to win, and we're not going to give effort and play hard. Or you got to have a mindset of we're gonna compete and try and beat whoever we're playing. And I know I'm being pretty negative right now, but in a game like this, we have expectations for our players and how we want to play as a program, and we didn't reach those tonight, and we weren't even close.
All right, the Bobcats will be on the road Friday night. We'll talk to you then. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right. Right, that's head coach Mike Apple. You've been watching Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is made possible by Assured Partners, Greg Young of Marshalltown, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, The Gregors Furniture and Mattress, Sports Plus, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, Marshalltown School District, Scooters of Marshalltown, State Farm, mtownproud.com.